All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word and truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video, watching the apostles live stream. Apostle DeHart mentioned something along the lines of the true reparations or the real reparations. All right, and I just want to go through the spirit on that. All right, because here it is that the Lord had cursed us, by putting us in hardcore slavery. All right, one of the curses that He put on us was that we were gonna, go into slavery. All right, we were gonna be sold. In Deuteronomy 28, we would be sold. All right, to our enemies. We'd have to go to our enemies for the one of all things. All right, we'd go on to slave ships. All right, but now all that is going to be turned around upon our enemies. All right, the same people that did that unto us is going to be done unto them. All right, and we're going to start off here in this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And who were the main ones, all right, to persecute us? It was Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed Caucasian, all right, or the self-proclaimed white man, all right. His true nationality is Esau Edom, all right. And now is the time to reap what you have sown, all right. And what you have sown is nothing but rape, robbery, and murder. All right, chattel slavery, all right, the destruction of our people, man. And now it's time for you to go through the same curses we're going through and have gone through. All right, because you take a look around America right now, and the ones that are taking the biggest L's, all right, are you so-called Caucasians, man? All right, you white boys. Like you like to call them yourselves, all right? You're taking the biggest L's now, all right? And the whole world is seeing you, man. You got bums, Edomite bums, living on lawn chairs in front of a 7-Eleven, okay? You got the opioid crisis, which is you damn devils, all right? The majority of you, all right? So all these curses, your women are starting to hate you. See that every day. Your women want us, man. Your Edomite women, all right, your prized possessions. They don't want you damn devils anymore, man. They want some real men, all right. But nonetheless, that's a curse that's fallen upon you. So now let's get into the nitty gritty, all right? Because again, the real reparations is coming, and that's gonna be you, all right. You is gonna be the reparations. You going into slavery. All right, and you're not just the Edomites, but the Ishmaelites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, all right, all the Hamites, all the Japhetic nations, okay, all these nations are going to be given unto Yahweh Shai, okay, and by default, the Israelites, all right, because Israel, beginning with the elect, are joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, and we'll get that later on. All right, so Revelation 13:10, or I'll start at 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. So how did the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans get into this situation that they're in now? How did they get to this state of being? Through the conquering of, all right, which were Edomites, man, the conquerors, the conquistadors. All right. Who brought the so-called Negroes over here on slave ships? The Edomites. All right. Who pillaged, raped, robbed, and murdered? Okay. The indigenous people of the islands in North, Central, and South of America, man. South America, okay? Because you Edomites. So, and you put us into captivity beginning all the way back in 1492. All right? Starting with Cristobal Colon, which is alias is Christopher Columbus. All right? That's an alias, man. And usually when you have an alias, it's because you're a criminal. You're on the run. All right? You're guilty. Okay? So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right. So hey, you did nothing but butcher our people. You used to cut off our hands. You know, me personally, I'm from the island of Puerto Rico, so-called, all right? And the reason they named it is Puerto Rico means rich port, because what? It was full of, it was plush with resources, gold, okay? And they made the indigenous people, the Ephraimites, go pick that gold, man. Go get it, round it up for them. And if they wouldn't meet the quota, they would cut their hands out, all right? I have the journal of Christopher Columbus, so-called, all right? And he mentioned how they would make the young men carry them around, man. You know, and they would just kill them for fun. There's an account where there was two conquistadors going around the island, and they came across this young man with a parrot. He had a parrot, and they stole the parrot and killed him just for the hell of it, man. They would cut the women's stomachs open while they were pregnant, stomp on the baby's head. All right, and even more atrocities. They did it for fun, man. All right, and you're gonna have to pay for that. And Lord's will, in the post-production, I'll put the actual account up on the screen here so you can see it. All right. So it says, "He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints." So this is what the patience of the saints are, man. You know, Saint Teresa, and oh, he's such a little saint. No, man, the saints are the Israelites. Okay, and the patience of them is to get them reparations, which is gonna see you in captivity, see you get killed with the sword. All right. It's called payback. All right. It's called a righteous recompense. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Bear with me 1 second, Akim. I know it's in Thessalonians. Oh, I'm in the book of Colossians, no wonder. Slovakia. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you," who have troubled us for the last 600 years, man. Is you Edomites and you other nations, all right? You go into the book of Psalms 83, it tells you how they were confederate, all right, to remove the name of Israel so it wouldn't be known no more, man. You know, because all of you guys are confederate to take us down, man. You the one poisoning our people, all right, shooting our people down in the streets, all right. You go to the anywhere where Jake predominantly lives, the hoods, the barrios, or the reservations. What you got around there? Liquor stores, churches, China moons, 7-Elevens, quick stop and go shops selling what? Blunts, bongs, 40 ounce OEs, you know, just a bunch of poison, man. So they're all in cahoots. So you're all going into slavery together, you know. But the main adversary, all right, or the main person that has persecuted us, troubled us, is Esau, Edom, all right, the Edomites, Idumea. Verse 7, "And to you who are troubled, rest with us when when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels." All right, so that was the point. That is a righteous thing to recompense them that trouble you. So yeah, we are going to get reparations, man. And it's not just the so-called Negroes that deserve reparations. Even though the tribe of Judah, the head tribe, got the worst. All right, they got it the worst. But what? They did this to all the nation of Israel. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. This is simple history. These are facts. All right, so really, if you want to give reparations, you got to pay out to all the tribes, man. And you are going to pay up, because the Lord is going to make you pay, okay? And it's a righteous thing in the sight of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. So that was it on that revelation. And we're just gonna we're gonna prove everything through the scriptures, man. And if this is hate speech, then so be it. I'm just gonna prove my point. All right, this is Exodus 21:16. "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." So here it is, 600 years later, from when Christopher Columbus set sail. all right, and started butchering our people and bringing them back on slave ships or on his ships to Spain, all right, in Portugal. He was bringing indigenous people back with him, all right. The first trip he came over here on, he came with Hebrew interpreters, right? And when he came back, because he had to go back for more money, all right, get more ships to tell the people that were giving him money, and his investors, so to say. He had to go back and tell them, look, we got these people, man. Give me 50 people, 50 men, and we gonna go conquer them, man. It's easy. They're real docile, all right. Because what, our people are naturally, they're naturally peaceful people, but the conditions and the they're a product of their environment at this point, man. They've been showed nothing but how to be demons and brute beasts. So now you want to complain about it after you have created this situation, man. All right, through slavery, chattel slavery, man, and butchering them, beating them, all right, just destroying their heritage. They don't even know who they are, man. They call themselves Mexicans, African Americans, Indian, Native American. What the hell is that, man? Puerto Rican. Those are all bywords and proverbs that our enemies, our captors, all right, have put upon us. And then we're still to this day in the hands of our enemies, man, that conquered us. So what did it say? It said, I'll read it again, Exodus 21:16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, were we not sold on auction blocks? All right, I'm sure there's accounts of the slaves that Christopher Columbus took back. They were sold, put in cages like zoo animals, man. Where do you think they got that idea for zoo animals, man? Even the animals are in captivity, man. Everything needs to be liberated from these damn devils, the Edomites. All right, but you know what? That time is coming where the reparations are going to be given, all right, to the Lord's people. So let's get these scriptures. Go to Psalms chapter 2. Because again, the Lord is going to be the first one to receive this inheritance. And we're going to prove it. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So why are you raging now, man? You've already done the wicked deeds. You've done the acts. All right. And like they like to say, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Well, now we're saying that to you. Why you bitching and moaning, complaining of an ungodly father? All right. It's too late for all that, man. We ain't coming together. There ain't no peace. Right? Where was that? Where was all them people in uproars when we were getting our backs whooped and hung on trees and our hands cut off, man? All right, and just beaten to death. You're getting worked to death. All right, our women ravished, our resources stolen. Where was the upcry at? Where were all the nations? All right, where was the UN? Where was the peace committee? Verse 2, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed. All right, who is his anointed? First and foremost, Yahweh Shai, his first begotten son, and the rest of the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. So they come against us like that Psalms 82. All right, or is it Psalms 83? Let me get it just to make sure, because I've mentioned it earlier, but sometimes we're in the flesh. So Psalms 83, Salakia. Verse 3, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. So the Lord is laughing at you, you heathen, man. You think you Edomites think you're going to prosper in your enterprise? All right, the Moabites think they got necks. It's just it's a comedy act for the Lord, man, because this is literally his play, and it's comical unto him, man. Because what he said, the scriptures say, the deceived and the deceiver are in the hands of the Lord. So he got you deceived, thinking that you're gonna prosper, man, and that you're not gonna go into slavery. Okay. Where was I? All right. Let me jump down. Let me jump down to the point. Verse 8, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So look, what the inheritance of the Lord is the heathen. All right, what if you receiving the heathen as a possession? What does that mean? That means that's your property. Those are your slaves. You can tell them what to do. You can, if you want to put them to death, you can put them to death. All right, just like they did to us, and we're gonna do that unto you, but double. All right, but in righteousness, we're not gonna be raping your women and buck breaking your men. All right, because there's a way to do a slavery, man. Throughout the scriptures, it talks about captivities and slavery. All right, there's a way to do it though. You don't just be a complete demon upon your slaves or your property, man, because it's your property, man. That's like you have a car and you just dogging the hell out of it, and then you wanna cry when the car breaks down and it's no good no more, man. You're supposed to, there's a way to take care of your possessions, man. Now don't get it twisted. That don't mean you're gonna have it easy. You're gonna have it horrible in the kingdom, boy. You Edomites are gonna have a terrible time in the kingdom. The first day is gonna be, you're gonna be wishing that in 1,000 years would come quick. All right. So going on, it says, verse 9: Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like the potter's vessel. All right. So that's how the Lord's gonna rule over you. And guess what? Who's gonna help him do that? Beginning with his elect and the rest of the nation of Israel, but mainly the elect. All right. The 144,000. We're gonna rule with a rod of iron. All right, and in the Lord's will, I'll remember to put the clip at the end of the Bugs Bunny. All right, of how he ruled, and you'll see. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Christopher Columbus first. A little clip of that. Columbus, and then Bugs Bunny. In the post production, I'll put it up in there. All right, so we're gonna rule you with a rod of iron. You think you knew how to do slavery? We're gonna show you how slavery is supposed to be done, man, correctly and directly, man. And we don't have to be no pedophiles about it, man. We're gonna just do it in righteousness, man. All right, so let's go on. Psalms 149, and I'm gonna start at 4. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. Who is his people? The Israelites. He will beautify the meek with salvation. All right, what's that salvation, man? He's going to deliver us from this hell. After this place is destroyed, or while this place is being destroyed, okay, the Lord's come and bring salvation unto his people, man. All right, and set up his kingdom on this earth, which is going to consist of him ruling with a rod of iron. And all you heathens are going into subjection. You're going into slavery. All right, hardcore. All right, you're gonna be whooped. All right, it's not gonna be like now. People are in mental slavery and they gotta go to work and this, and you got benefits, and no, you're gonna have a hole in the ground to sleep in. All right, and as soon as the sun comes up, you're gonna be out there working until the sun goes down, except for on the Shabbat. So verse 5: Let the saints be joyful. Remember, we read about the saints. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints in Revelation. It's talking about the Lord's people. Verse 5: Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. And that's going to be physical one of these days. All right, and the Lord's going to allow his men to get down. Matter of fact, he even said, "I come not to bring peace, but a sword." The Lord's coming with a sword. All right. Verse 7: To execute vengeance upon the heathen. So vengeance, what is vengeance? Meaning payback, man. You got to get repaid for what you've done. And guess who's going to do it? His people. Beginning with Yahushua, man, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. So we're going to execute vengeance upon the heathen, which have continually put us in captivity throughout the ages, all you nations, all right, or had a hand in it. And punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Now, if somebody's in chains and fetters of iron, what does that mean? They're in captivity. They're in slavery, just like we did. Look up yoke of iron in Google, or fetter of iron and chains, and guess what's gonna pop up? Slavery of our people. And we're gonna do that to your kings and your nobles. So all your Rothschilds, your Edomite celebrities, all the famous folks that everybody looks up to, they're gonna be the first slaves. All right, and then you Joe Schmo six-pack Edomites, you trailer trash rednecks, you're going into slavery too. You're gonna be born into it. All right, but your elites, the top of your your people, the head of your nations, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. I'll read that again. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So when the Lord sends back his elect with Yahushai, after we get salvation and beamed up into the chariots, we're going to come down with them chains and shackles, fetters of iron, yokes of iron, and we're gonna slap them on you, man, and you're gonna start working immediately. All right, the scripture tell you that there's gonna be continual employment in the kingdom of heaven, because you're gonna have a lot of work to do. You got to build up our kingdom like we build up your kingdom, man. All right, verse 9: to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. All right, so this is the honor that the saints is gonna have, man, to execute his vengeance upon you heathen. All right. So now let's jump to the book of Isaiah 49. This is Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49 and 22. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. So that's how it's gonna be, man. You're gonna be carrying our women, our kids, and our children, all right, on your backs like you made us do, man. All right, you're gonna carry them, bring them on down to Jerusalem. They're gonna have a little caravan, and then you're gonna be pulling the wagons. We gonna make you do hard labor, man. You're not getting off scot-free. You gotta pay. And it's going to be with physical, excruciating pain. Okay? Lamah. Verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. So you kings and queens, they're going to be butlers, man. Not even butlers, because I don't want no Edomite in my palaces, my castles. I want you devils around me in the kingdom of heaven. The only time I want to see you is when I'm about to bring an ass whooping unto you, man. Or concubine, Other than that, I don't want you nowhere near me. I've seen enough for you, man. I've seen enough of you. I gotta look at you every day and suffer you to be over me. It says, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth and lick up the dust of thy feet. All right, so they're gonna be bound down to us, man, because we're gonna be their rulers. We're gonna be just like we had to do in this captivity. We could, every time a Edomite came around, you had to look down. You couldn't look at his eyes. You had to move out the sidewalk for him. You got to open the door, let him go first. Nah, man. You ain't even gonna look at us in the eyes, because if you do that, you're gonna be liable to get put to death on the spot. All right. Hey, Cage. It says, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. All right, so that's the things that the elect is waiting for, man. And we're not ashamed to say it, man. This is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and only the truth. All right. So a couple more scriptures, just Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Slocky got this damn puppy. All right, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Who has devoured us, and how have they devoured us, man? Through slavery, through breaking us down, taking our heritage away from us, just giving us poison to eat, poison to drink. Just making us brute beasts, making us hate each other, calling us, he's a Mexican, and you're a Guatemalan, or you're Colombian and they're Brazilian. Just a bunch of nonsense, man. We're all the same people, just different tribes, but we're the same people, man. They've completely devoured us, man. Just destroyed us as a people, man. That's why you got our people looking like a bunch of degenerates, man. Because they've been devoured by our captives, man. Our captors. It says, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So all our adversaries, all right, the Assyrians, the Medes, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, which is Edomites, but all these captivities we've been under, all these nations that come up against us, at any point in time, they're gonna have to pay. They're going into captivity for that. All right. It says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So, hey, we're going to return the favor unto you, man. You made us a prey. You spoiled us. All right. Now it's time for you to go through the same thing. Deal with it. That's what the Bible says. All right. So going back to Isaiah, because again, this is mainly for you Edomites, man. Because y'all gonna have it the worst. At least the heathens eventually is gonna get their own plot of land. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get their own plot of land, and then after those 1,000 years, you Edomites get eradicated off the face of the earth. You know, they gonna be cool, man. They still gonna be in subjection under Israel, but it ain't gonna be like you Edomites are gonna receive, man. Matter of fact, some of them is gonna be taskmasters over you, man. All right, them Hamites, you know, they gonna be whipping you Edomites, man. Japhetics, you know, all the Japhetic nations, because all the nations hate you Edomites, even though they've been helping you out and being in cahoots with you. They hate you, damn devils, man. But the Lord has the biggest hatred against you. All right, Romans 9:13. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord hates you, damn devils. All right, and that's why he said this. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. That's called recompense or reparations, man. That's gonna be the payback. We don't want your money, all right? Your paper, your fiat currency with your face on it, all right? So that we can just give it right back to you. That's stupid. That's not reparations. The reparations is gonna be that slaughter that's coming for you, that's been prepared for you, all right? That captivity that's been prepared for you. That's gonna be the reparations, all right? It says that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, it says that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, so you're not gonna build up no Washington D.C.'s or no, you ain't gonna build nothing up for yourself, man. All you're gonna be building is for the Israelites. All right, just like we had to build up for you. All right, like that's part of the curses, like we read. All the curses are gonna come upon our enemies, man. You shall build a house and not, dwell in it. All right, you shall plant and not, eat the fruit thereof. Roughly paraphrasing. So now it's time for you beginning with you Edomites and the rest of you heathen to go into captivity. Those are the real reparations. All right, and with that, Mawatha Babal. Shalom.
Presenting His Most Royal Majesty, the King.
The King, Your Majesty.
The Sheriff of Nottingham, in gratitude for your faithful service, I shall knight thee.
Your Most Gracious Majesty.
In the name of my Most Royal Majesty, I knight thee. Arise, sirloin of beef. Arise, Earl of Cloves. Arise, Duke of Brittingham. Arise, Baron of Munchausen. Arise, Essence of Myrrh, Duke of Magnesia, Quarter of 10.
You are too kind, Your Majesty.
Got lots of stamina.
London Bridge is